Have you ever looked at a spoonful of sugar and wondered, how does this white crystal actually get made? Because here's the surprising truth. Sugar doesn't start as white crystals at all. In fact, before becoming the sugar we put into coffee, cakes, and candy, it begins as juice trapped inside giant plants. And extracting that sugar is a massive industrial process. We're talking about giant crushing machines, boiling systems hotter than steam engines, huge spinning centrifuges, and entire factories running almost non-stop during harvest season. And the craziest part? Factories can process thousands of tons of sugarcane or sugar beets every single day. That means mountains of plants are transformed into tiny sweet crystals at incredible speed. Today, we're going behind the scenes inside a sugar factory to discover the real truth about how sugar is produced. From freshly harvested crops, to thick syrup, to sparkling white crystals. And trust me, some parts of this process are way more intense than most people imagine. Let's begin. Harvesting and crushing. Everything starts in the fields. Large harvesting machines cut down sugarcane or pull sugar beets from the ground. In sugarcane farms, the stalks can grow several meters tall. Huge machines chop the cane into smaller pieces and load them into trucks. Then the crops are transported to the factory as quickly as possible. Why quickly? Because fresh plants contain the highest amount of sugar. Once the crops arrive, the factory process begins immediately. First comes cleaning. The plants are washed to remove dirt, stones, and leaves. Then comes crushing, and this stage is massive. Gigantic steel rollers squeeze the sugarcane with enormous pressure. The machines crush the stalks again and again to extract sweet juice trapped inside the fibers. Imagine squeezing water out of a sponge. That's basically what the factory is doing, except on an enormous industrial scale. The leftover dry fibers are called bagasse. And here's something interesting. Many sugar factories actually burn this leftover material to create energy for the factory itself. Pretty smart, right? Meanwhile, the extracted juice moves deeper into the factory. But at this stage, the liquid still looks dirty and brown. So now it must be cleaned. Sugar is everywhere. Soft drinks, chocolate, ice cream, bread, cookies, even foods that don't taste sweet often contain sugar. But here's something many people don't realize. Sugar is not manufactured from chemicals in a lab. It actually comes from plants. Most of the world's sugar is produced from two main crops, sugarcane and sugar beets. Sugarcane grows mainly in warm tropical climates. Sugar beets grow in cooler regions. Even though the plants look very different, the goal is the same. Factories must extract natural sugar hidden inside the plant material. But getting pure white sugar out of a giant plant is not easy. The raw juice contains dirt, fibers, water, and many impurities. So factories use huge industrial systems to separate, clean, boil, and crystallize the sugar carefully. So how does a giant sugarcane stalk become tiny white crystals? Let's break the entire process down step by step.
Cleaning and purifying the juice. Now the raw sugar juice enters one of the most important stages, purification. Because the liquid still contains many impurities, tiny plant particles, soil, natural acids, and unwanted materials. Factories first heat the juice inside giant tanks. Then special chemicals like lime are added. Why? Because this helps impurities clump together. Slowly, the unwanted particles separate from the liquid. Large settling tanks and filtration systems remove these impurities. At this point, the juice becomes much cleaner, but it's still very watery. And here's the challenge. Factories need to concentrate the sugar. So next comes evaporation. The juice flows into huge evaporator systems. These giant machines boil away large amounts of water. Clouds of steam rise through the factory. Slowly, the liquid becomes thicker and thicker. until it finally turns into a dark golden syrup, almost like honey. Now the sugar concentration is much higher, but it still isn't solid sugar. That transformation happens next. How the system works: crystallization. This is where the real magic happens. The thick syrup enters giant vacuum boiling tanks. Inside these machines, factories carefully control heat and pressure. Why use vacuum systems? Because they allow the syrup to boil at lower temperatures without burning the sugar. As more water evaporates, something incredible begins to happen. Tiny sugar crystals start forming inside the syrup. Slowly, the crystals grow larger and larger. Think about rock candy growing in sweet liquid. It's a similar idea. Factories carefully control the timing and temperature to grow perfect sugar crystals. Soon, the mixture becomes a thick mass of crystals and syrup. This mixture is called evaporate. And now, the factory must separate the crystals from the remaining liquid. That's where giant centrifuge machines come in. These machines spin at very high speed. The spinning force throws the liquid out while the heavier sugar crystals stay behind. And honestly, it looks almost like giant industrial washing machines spinning at crazy speeds. After spinning, the crystals finally start looking like real sugar. But one more major step remains: drying and finishing. The final output: drying, packaging, and shipping. Now the sugar crystals are almost finished,
Pressure is
but they still
stable.
contain
Good.
some moisture.
Check
So
the flow
factories
rate.
send the sugar into
Adjusting
drying
now.
systems.
Looks good.
Large hot air machines remove the remaining water. As the sugar dries, the crystals become free-flowing and bright. Then the sugar passes through cooling systems. Next comes screening. Factories separate the sugar by crystal size. Some sugar becomes extra fine. Some becomes regular table sugar. Others may become larger crystals for special products. At this point, the sugar is finally ready. The finished crystals move through fully automated packaging machines. Bags are filled, weighed, sealed, and labeled at high speed. Some factories package thousands of bags every single hour. And from there, the sugar is shipped to stores, bakeries, candy factories, and food companies around the world. And that's how giant plants from the field become the tiny sweet crystals sitting in your kitchen. Pretty amazing, right? But honestly, there's even more happening behind the scenes.
What's really going on inside the factory? Most people think sugar factories simply crush plants and make sugar. But modern factories are extremely advanced. For example, factories constantly monitor temperature, pressure, and sugar concentration using computer systems. Because even small mistakes can affect crystal quality. Another hidden system is energy production. Remember the leftover sugarcane fibers? Many factories burn this material to generate electricity and steam. Some factories can even power themselves using waste from production. And here's something fascinating. Modern sugar factories operate almost continuously during harvest season. Some run 24 hours a day for months. Because once crops are harvested, they must be processed quickly before losing quality. So while sugar looks simple, the factory process behind it is incredibly complex.
Simple comparison. Think about making sugar like making salt crystals from ocean water. If you slowly remove the water, tiny crystals begin to form. That's basically what sugar factories do. Except instead of seawater, they're working with sweet plant juice on a massive industrial scale. Facts. Fact 1. A single sugarcane stalk can contain around 10 to 15% sugar. That means factories must process huge amounts of plants to make large quantities of sugar. Fact 2. Some sugar factory centrifuges spin so fast, they can separate crystals within minutes. Fact 3. Brown sugar and white sugar
Pressure
often start from the
spiking.
same
Increase
process.
flow.
Brown
Copy.
sugar usually
Adjusting
contains more
now.
molasses left in
Levels
the crystals.
stabilizing. Monitor
Pretty interesting
closely.
for something we use every day, right? CD conclusion. So now you know the real truth about how sugar is produced in factories. It starts in giant crop fields, then moves through crushing machines, purification tanks, massive evaporators, vacuum crystallization systems, and high-speed centrifuges, until finally, tiny sparkling sugar crystals are ready for homes and food factories around the world. And honestly, once you understand the process, you never look at sugar the same way again. Next time you pour sugar into your coffee or eat a candy bar, just remember that tiny crystal went through a massive industrial journey before reaching your kitchen. So, what surprised you the most? The giant crushing machines, the spinning centrifuges, or the fact that sugar starts as plant juice? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this behind the scenes factory journey, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and join us for more amazing process explanation videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.